Good evening, good evening. All muscle. It's evening where I am. I'm not sure about where you guys are, but good evening to you. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it may be. Anyways, this is my C4 that we're working on, and as of this point, basically got it to the point where it's running, driving under its own power, and we're working on the interior at this point. What I've done is, since I bought the car, it was missing some of the important pieces of carpeting, such as this back area here where the waterfall, they call it the waterfall area, that was missing, and then a lot of the carpeting was pretty thrashed because it was sitting around and folded. It was sitting around folded in the heat and whatnot, and I'll show you in a minute what it looks like. But this is what I went with. I went ahead and put a new carpeting kit in here. I'm going to come around the back, the hatch area, and I'll show you the whole deal. Alright, so this is the back area here. I've got these speaker grills that are a little faded. They were also sitting in the sun. But as you can see, the carpeting in here is fresh and new. And I'll show you the kit that I ordered and what part number and what I used to do this. But it's from a company called ACC, Auto Custom Carpets. They make a good product. I used them before for my El Camino, and I haven't installed it yet, but I saw the quality when I opened up the box, and I was happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and use it in this C4 here. Installing this setup was actually pretty easy. The hardest, I would say, are these pieces here. That was the hardest part so far. Everything else was pretty easy. And then there's a piece that goes on this rocker molding, and I'm probably not going to attempt that because they seem to be a little bit more difficult, and the ones that I have are actually in pretty good shape, so I'm not gonna bother with those. So let me go over here and show you what the original carpeting looked like. The original carpeting was in pretty good shape as far as the wear on it. Like this here was pretty clean, and in normal cases I wouldn't change this because it was pretty clean, and if I washed it, I might even get it nicer and cleaner. These are the side pieces that go on the tunnel. Again, pretty clean. You know, they had spots and stuff from some of the, I don't know what got on it, but it's something that is used as an adhesive around the door sill area. There's the front carpeting, floorboard area. This is where your seat would sit. And there's a cutout there for the wiring that comes up to the bottom. But the reason I changed this was because of this. The matte backing on the back of these just takes a crap over time. As you can see, this here is just coming apart. You can just pull it off. So what I did is I ended up seeing a bunch of these pieces scattered around the inside the car, and I was like, man, that's got to go. So yep, that's what it is. And I went ahead and ordered this kit. Let me walk around here. I'll show you the kit that I ordered. This is from Auto Custom Carpets. It says it's made in the USA by a family owned, or I believe it's employee owned. I believe they let the employees own the company. So anyways, there she is. This is what the box it comes in looks like, and then there's the stamping for the US made product, employee owned and operated, which I thought was pretty interesting, and obviously like that. It's a good company. So let me see if I can find the part number here. So the part number is going to be this here. Okay, so this is for the 1996, 94 to 96, because they were different prior to that. and this is the coupe without door panels. No need for door panels. There's no door panel carpet on the 94 to 96, but some years did have it. And this mass means it had the mass backing, and that was the black rubberized coating that was coming off that I showed you earlier. Okay, so the T478 is the code for the gray, and 14712 is the actual part number for this item from ACC. So here are the pieces that I'm just probably not going to attempt these. From what I've read online, these are pretty difficult to contour and get shaped right. And actually, the only complaint I have about this kit, and I've already tried to lay it over one of these rocker moldings, is that it just absolutely was nowhere near the molding or the form shape of this piece. So that's my only complaint about this kit. So if you're gonna attempt this, see, mine are pretty clean, so I can get away with cleaning them up, and I'd be happy with that. And then also, if you look closely, the fabric, this is more of a fabric type of, this is a separate piece. This is a speaker cover, but this is a separate piece. The carpeting, I don't know if you can tell or see that, but these are actually two different colors and two different materials. So this would not be correct if I did it with this type of carpeting. And the other reason that I didn't want to do this is because this is a factory strip here that's also stapled into the plastic, and I didn't want to sit there and deal with that. I would have to remove this somehow and keep it preserved. Also, there's going to be holes in here where these little rivets sit in here, and I also didn't want to deal with that. This is where the panel actually screws on to the actual body of the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash these up, clean them up real nice, and then that's what I'm gonna deal with there. All right, so I think that's it so far. I'm gonna give you a couple tips. Actually, a really nice tip. I've seen people using what they would normally use for soldering wires, which is a heat soldering iron, to make these holes here. These are the holes, for example, where the seat bolts poke through. If you can see this here. And what the soldering iron does is it goes through and it melts the area, and it makes it where it doesn't unravel. So that's pretty nice, and I thought about doing it that way. And what my problem was is I would have to pull out my electrical, run a cord out, and have a whole bunch of shit over there. So I didn't really care to do it like that. So what I found works real good is these two items here. So what I do is I take my torch, I heat this up, it gets nice and hot, and then basically what this is just a standard pick. This is a straight pick, and when you heat this up, it'll go through this stuff like butter. You could do, if you heat it up good enough, it'll do a couple holes, and then you can move on. But this was really nice, easy, no electrical needed. That's just the way I did it. I prefer to do it that way. I was able to do some of these larger type holes also for the speaker. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there's larger, like oval style holes for the speaker covers, where it covers the speaker. I was able to do that, no problems. And let's see, any other tips that I may have? Well, we put basically the center console in here just recently, and I thought to myself that a good tip would be when you're screwing these. Let me grab my 7mm. One of my favorite tools that I use is a 7mm nut driver, and basically standard across the board. A lot of interior trim panels will use a 7mm, which is this guy, 7mm nut driver. This is old. This actually still has the Made in USA Craftsman. I've had this for probably 15 years. So anyways, so this is another tip that I wanted to give you guys. I figured I would share this because this is what I do. when you, I've seen this messed up a lot, is the reason I wanted to bring this up. But so for example, this here, I'm going to take this off. This is a plastic thread style screw. So it's designed basically to grab the plastic, and it's really coarse. I don't know how well you could see that. But these are not to be confused with the other type of screw that is used in here, which is for more of a metal. I'll show you the difference between the two here in a second. I'm going to take this one off and show you the difference on them. These ones here, I always try to find the start place of the existing in the hole. There's going to be a start place of the thread where it's already been threaded into. Now these are the two types of screws I'm talking about. There's two different types. So as you can see, this one here, this is more for like a metal clip application. Okay, so make sure you don't get these mixed up, because you will ruin your metal clips. That those, you know, you see a little metal clip right in this hole here. That's what basically holds this whole piece together. But if you try to screw in these plastic style screws, you're going to ruin that clip. And then you could probably get away with putting the other type of screw where this actually goes. But one tip I do want to give you on this is when you go to replace this and put this back, okay, make sure when you do that, what I do is I set it here just like that, and I turn it in reverse. You see how that dropped into place? That tells me that that is exactly where that screw had already been threaded in the exact position. So what I don't want to do is I don't want to sit there and make new threads in that position, because when you start doing that, if you do that once, twice, your threads are going to be gone in there, and your plastic is going to be ruined. You won't be able to get anything to bite down on there anymore unless you oversize the screw, and that just won't look factory at all anymore. So like I said, go put your nut driver on it or whatever tool you're using, reverse the direction, let it fall into place, and once it does that, you can go ahead and screw it in. Now this, I know for a fact, was screwed in the exact same threads that were previously used by the factory. So there's a tip on that. And then the nice tip on using the torch, so you don't have to drag out any of the electrical or whatnot associated with using a soldering iron. But that's it for now. We're gonna finish putting up the interior on this. We're missing the seats. I have a set of black seats. The problem is I don't have the correct seats for this car, and the skins on those seats are like $1,350 where I was looking, and that's the cheapest I was able to find them. But I do want to get the correct seat skins on it. Just not right now. When I feel like spending the extra $1,350, I'll go ahead and do that. So that might not be for a little while, but for now, what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up the rocker moldings, the underside of the dash. I still have some wiring hanging down in there, and a couple of the vents on the top of the dash there, and that would probably wrap up this interior. I'll put I have a set of black seats, like I mentioned. I have a set of black seats that I'm going to put in here. Those are going to be temporary, just for you know, something to sit in while I find. I might be able to find some used collector edition. The reason that these are a little harder to find is because they actually have the collector edition, something like this here, that's stitched into the top of the seat, and they're a certain gray that only came in this particular model, so it might be a little harder to find a used set. So I'm hoping I don't have to buy the new ones, because man, $1,350, it's a little steep. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys on the next round.